Hey everybody, welcome back to Mission Accomplished Media. I'm Mike.
And I'm Matt.
And we're doing TV reviews, Star Trek Picard, episode 5, I think it is. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. Alright, so this is a weird episode. I don't even know what to think about this episode. It was, I do know what to think. But, yeah, so, I mean, I know Jean-Luc Picard is a French name.
Yeah.
And he's supposed to speak French fluently and speak French and whatnot, but he doesn't. Right. He doesn't do a very good French accent.
He's like hamming it up with it.
Yes, he is. Oh.
What was it like the villain? This, whatever. It's just like he's overacting.
Mm-hmm. It starts out with like cutting it's like a flashback though or something. There's a flashback of them cutting out a guy who has Borg implants his eyeball with no aesthetic.
Right.
Yeah.
They're vivisecting him, basically.
Yeah. 7 of 9 comes in and like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Kills everybody.
Yeah. She John Wicks the whole room.
Yeah. Has some some emotional moment with him. You're like, who's this dude? Oh, let's do this.
Yeah, she's holding him as he's like, he's telling her to leave, and she's like, no, I'll stay with you. And he's like,
no, just kill me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she does that.
And she calls him. She says, "My child." I'm sorry, my child.
Yeah.
Which is relevant because at first you're thinking, well, maybe she's just being sweet to this dying young man, but it actually has more relevance than that. It's like her adopted son or something.
Yeah. So yeah, later on in the episode, she's like, he was like a son to me. So
yeah,
I guess that's what but it was after she got reclaimed or whatever. That it was off screen. This relationship happened off screen, so it doesn't. It's like a thing. It's her. It's 7 of 9's motivation to go to Freehold.
Yeah.
And then I just want to talk about this episode in general and like, can we just say really, spoilers? Can we say spoilers to have a reason to use the new?
Yes.
Spoilers.
Yeah. The thing is really there's one important thing that happens in this episode, and that's, they find and rescue Bruce Maddox, and
then he gets killed.
Right, and then he dies. They set up this guy to be so important. He is the MacGuffin.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
And he's also the exposition dump in one.
Yeah.
He's the MacGuffin and the exposition dump all in one.
He's the story Bible.
Yep.
He's like...
he fills in, like, after... So, like, this long story short, they go to Freehold. 7 of 9's like, I'm going to give myself up as bait so that we can get Bruce Maddox and, and outbid the Tal Shiar.
Yeah, they go to this woman, Basil.
Bajale or Bajunkum. It's like close to Belial, like that guy in the corner over there next to Matt.
Yeah, it was like Bajile or
it's a Bajile or something like
Bedazzle.
Who knows?
She's wearing a nude skin suit.
She looked like she was in Tron, first off. Yeah. And the nude skin suit, you're right. Yeah. And then at first I was like, is that Troy?
Yeah, right, she does look
a lot like Troy.
A young, what's her, I forget.
Diana Troy, is it? Who knows? Rebecca? Michelle?
No, Diana, right?
Diana?
Yeah.
Diana Troy?
I think so.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't remember.
He just
Troy.
Up here.
It's called her Troy.
Yeah.
Like whatever... Counselor Troy?
Counselor Troy.
Counselor Troy. Yeah, see? Troy. That's what I called her.
Yeah.
In my dreams and on the show. I'm just kidding. So they go there, they all get their costumes. Rios is going to be the guy, the facer.
Oh, man.
He's the facer.
And
I did like the reptile guy.
Yeah, he apparently can smell if you're lying.
He can smell, because he's got 1,200. I don't know. They give some trillion, like 1,200 trillion olfactory nerves or something. Yeah,
okay. And he takes the time at one point to tell Rios that, and to tell him that he can smell if he's lying, even though we were just told that by Picard and crew in the previous scene. So it's just like. And the guy's big and he's menacing and he's got a grumbly voice and it's the usual gangster threat.
I liked his practical effects though.
No, the costume was good.
He's just like a big bald gangster.
Yeah,
but it worked because he was a reptile and like no hair. So yeah, then he dies like a bitch. He gets shot in the side by Rios later. Yeah, I mean let's speed forward though. I mean this episode was just kind of like. Okay, two things happened.
Right.
7 of 9 told us why she was going there. We also find out why Rafi's going there, and that's because of her son. We find out later it's her son who rejects her because of this whole, pretty much her, like, what is it, venom, snake venom root or whatever she smokes, and she's also the co-conspiracy with the synthetics and this and everything that's true, right, that we know as the audience to be true. Everybody in her life was like, no, you're crazy.
Yeah, it's just a crazy conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
You're a crackpot.
Yeah.
And so everybody disowns her.
Mm-hmm.
Now, first of all, I mean, she did, like, I don't know how hardcore she was about this whole thing. Like,
she gets, like, he calls her out for about 30 seconds before she cracks. Yeah. And, like, doesn't take it anymore because she knows she's right.
They're right.
And I'm just like, oh, okay. Like, and that's fine. But I'm just, I thought she would, I don't know. Yeah. I'm not looking forward to having to deal with her for the rest of the season, to be quite honest.
It's funny because, like, we were looking for material to cover today. And both of us actually forgot about Picard.
Yeah, we did.
I mean,
I was scrolling through Facebook while we were taking a break from, like, editing something.
Yeah.
And
pops up.
I was like, oh yeah, Picard's on today.
Yeah.
Like, that just kind of shows you, like.
Yeah.
Wait 1 second.
Yeah.
We're taking turns.
Here's the thing. Patrick Stewart's an awesome actor, but something about this episode and even last episode,
a little bit,
it really feels like he's like, I don't know if they're afraid to give him direction or like because he's like this legendary actor, but he's like, or if the direction is poor and they're not really redirecting it, but everything just comes out as over the top. Some of the lines feels like he was told the line as he walked on the set, and it's just
he's hamming up a French bounty hunter with one eye.
Yeah, with an eye patch.
And then at one time, and then, like the Elnor guy, right? He's like, "Are we still pretending?" And he's like, "No, we're not pretending." Like,
no one's pretending anymore, or no one is. Which for Picard, you would be surprised that he gives up the act so quickly. It's like.
Well, because 7 of 9 just pulls a gun on.
Yeah, I know, but it's like just like they don't even like segue out of it. He just gives up on it completely.
Oh yeah, they turned 7 of 9 into a nihilist.
Yeah. Pretty
much by the end of this, like the state of the galaxy is so bad that
she doesn't care anymore.
No, and isn't that weird? Wasn't she real like stand up and regimented in Voyager and stuff?
Now
she's like a vigilante ranger.
I honestly didn't like Voyager.
Yeah.
I just thought it was like, I mean, she was probably the best thing in it, and that was more of just like.
Come on. Okay, we're gonna leave it at that. We're gonna leave it at that.
It's like. Did you ever watch Enterprise?
Yeah.
It's bad. Well, the show's not.
I say Enterprise. I immediately think of Next Generation. I'm sorry. You mean that show with the guy from Quantum Leap?
Yes.
No, I did not. Yes. No, I did not.
Yeah, I tried. Mm-hmm. First of all, the fact is,
wasn't there a hot Vulcan on that show?
Yes.
Okay, I think I did.
Yeah.
I think I did watch one episode where they were her and some guy were in their underwear in some kind of like.
Yeah, that's probably like the first episode they introduced her, like episode 1 or 2.
I don't even know. But they're in some kind of jail, but they're both like half naked. Mm-hmm. I forget. It's so long ago.
It's so long ago. And actually, the show wasn't that bad. It just had the worst theme song ever.
Ever?
Why? Oh, it's not the Star Trek theme.
Oh, it's something completely different.
It's like some pop song. It's horrible.
Oh.
And at one point they tried to change it, and they changed like the total, like they changed everything but the lyrics. Like the music. It was just.
Cut the original. Cut the original right now for like 10 seconds so we don't get demonetized. Boom.
Yeah, Enterprise was, I mean, it was whatever. It was supposed to be like the first iteration of the Enterprise ship. This show at this point is really. I'm hanging on by a thread at this point.
We forgot about it.
I have
We forgot that it was supposed to be on.
I have so little interest. I'd rather just have a monologue from Space Dad and just like. Can we just get a 5-minute monologue from Space Dad to tell me?
He really phoned it in this episode. The best thing about this episode was 7 of 9. Mm-hmm. We find out that Girardi is a spy. or something.
So that's the other thing. Like they've been working. Bruce Maddox is his name that you've heard since episode 1, and it's like we said, it's a MacGuffin. You gotta find Maddox. You gotta find Maddox. We gotta get
same
Maddox.
actor, by the way, as the original, right? As the original guy did Bruce Maddox.
I don't even remember.
Bring him back from one episode and kill him.
Yeah.
So you don't have to pay him.
Right.
Right? Because I'm just saying.
So
they brought back everybody else.
They've done all this work to find this guy, and they have him on screen for what? 4 minutes?
Total. Yeah, total. It's like
4.
Four. He's hanging out in the background, and you know it's some extra.
Yeah.
It's like they brought him in for one day, and was like, all right, do these scenes.
Yeah. And that's what
he has one conversation with Patrick Stewart.
Right.
Only, and besides, we'll have to go back and double check. But I wonder, yeah, maybe it was a couple days he was on set. Not just one day, but a couple days.
Yeah.
Definitely not like a whole week.
No.
Yeah.
I don't feel like Patrick Stewart was there all week for this one.
Yeah, I know.
You know, I feel like he might have had like 2 or 3 like longer days. You know,
Rios in a pimp outfit was pretty funny too.
Yeah, it was kind of cool.
At one point, it's 7 of 9. I'm pretty sure he's like, "You need a feather in your cap."
Yeah.
And then he gets one. Like it's
right.
like
It's like a huge one too, and he's smoking a cigar. It's very.
Oh shit. Yeah.
He looks like a 70s pimp.
Yeah, but he's a go-between. That's what a facer is. And so they meet the reptile, blah, blah, blah. They meet Fragile again. 7 of 9 goes back at the end to, like, kill her bodyguards and then kill her. She disappears in, like, a red mist that's not blood. It's just plasma, right? Is that what happens?
She's just like, she's just like, you know, like, just vaporizes her, basically.
Yeah. At the end, there's some horrible, like, just... walking forward.
Oh yeah.
Walking forward, shooting.
There's no recoil.
Pew.
I didn't find the effects to be that good. It's really. This was kind of hard to watch.
Yeah, it's a.
You know,
dumpster fire.
Like the best things about it is like in the opening scene where you see the vivisection, you see other big chunks of Borg implants like
that was cool. I like that gore. I like that. Yeah.
That was a nice.
There's a whole head by it.
Right.
Yeah.
There's like a whole torso. You know, it's all stripped of any flesh. It's all just like the robot parts. You know, Rios is probably the best actor in this.
Yeah, that reminds me. When he pops up for Girardi like 4 times this episode. He's like, what kind of psychiatric help do you need? What kind of psychiatric help do you need right this moment? Right. And it's like, oh wait, so this guy shows up and people are having a moral crisis?
Yeah, he can sense their like he can
because the pulse raises and shit.
Yeah. So he senses their and it's like Big Hero 6.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know,
do you need assistance?
Yes.
Do you need assistance? Oh man, Big Hero 6 is fun.
Yeah,
meeting him in Disney World, like you're just like, even as a big person, you're just like this. Hi. And he's just, yeah.
Oh man, like have you ever seen his original comic book design?
No.
It's completely different.
Really? Original comic book design?
Yeah.
They got it from a comic book.
Yeah, Big Hero 6 is a Marvel comic.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, but that movie's not in any way related to MCU.
Oh.
And they will never. I don't think they'll ever bring him in. I don't think they're really doing anything more with Big Hero 6, which is a shame because it's a good movie. Anyway, we're talking about Picard, and
that's how much Picard was exciting.
Yeah,
we're
talking about Big Hero 6.
3 times in this video we've divulged into some other conversation rather than what we should be talking about. And again, we're stuck with Rafi still. We're stuck with her.
And now she's like even a sadder sad.
Yeah.
And it's like she's at the end. She's hiding in her room, and when Rio says you have to do something about her stowaway, and I'm like, "Ooh, a stowaway, something new." And then he's at Rafi's door, and I'm like, and she's just like, "Go away!" No, and I was waiting for him to go up to the keyhole and be like, "Do you want to build a snowman?" Nobody heard me, but what I said was, "Do you want to build a snowman?" You know, and it was just like, there's very little good about this show in this episode, and like. To me, like, it was really, to me, I thought episode 4 was a bit of improvement. And this kind of just knocks it down. It almost knocks down what I felt coming out of episode 4.
Yeah, and I like how they just have, like, this one establishing CGI shot of Freehold
Yeah.
And then we have a
Hallways.
piss poor, a piss poor design for a bar.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be futuristic. That just has that still has incandescent light bulbs hanging from the ceiling. Right?
Yeah.
I'm like, what is this? I've been to bars and clubs that look better than this currently.
Right.
Like, what is this?
Yeah, it's just so.
Some of the set design is horrible. Next is you know what we're gonna notice this? We're gonna notice this a lot next episode when they're in the bar cube. That's when they should. We're gonna notice the repeat of the same hallway.
Yeah, just
over and over and over again. But I don't think it's gonna be done as good as the Mandalorian did it with the prison episode.
Right. I mean, these industrial settings, everything's gonna look the same anyway. They're just gonna be constantly walking through a hallway or walking downstairs, and it's just gonna look metallic and gray and whatever. It'll be the board steam, probably a little bit of that.
Yeah, I like how during thank you for reminding me. During Bruce Maddox's exposition dump right before Girardi kills him, he has one conversation with Picard and fills Picard in on everything.
Yeah,
and Girardi, there's a close up of Girardi's face, and she's like,
"Yeah,
I'm listening to this. And you're like, okay, thank you guys for finally establishing that she's what we thought she was.
Yeah, because for a second you think she's not.
Yeah.
Because it's been kind of telegraphed that she is.
Yeah.
And then for a second you're like, oh well, maybe she's not. And then
let me ask you a question though. Do you think that they're gonna play it as it's a surprise, or do you think they're gonna play it as Picard already knew that she was a spy, and it's one of those keep your friends close?
Right. Yeah.
How do you think they're
you
gonna
only
play?
got the information that I wanted you to get. And so.
Or now that Rafi's still here, she's gonna end up doing the security blah 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 on Girardi, because Girardi's gonna piss her off one day. Doing something
possible.
I don't know.
It could also just be that she's a weak character and ends up revealing herself, because she's kind of again, she's killing the man that she. Oh, by the way,
yeah, they set up they're in a relationship.
Yeah, they're in a relationship. They're lovers.
Possibly, yeah.
I mean, they show them she's
kiss. They show kiss on the mouth.
Yeah,
and it's not quick.
And she's she's looking at, and she's got misty eyes and. But then she's killing him at the end, and she's sobbing while she's doing it.
But she does say something else I have to atone for.
Right.
So it's okay, so what else do you have to atone for besides killing the guy that you're supposedly in love with, crying all over about? Oh, God, I don't like this character. I want her to go away in a red mist. I never liked this actress.
Can we just get
She looks like a doll. She looks like a porcelain doll, one of those creepy dolls that you just keeps you awake at night when you're sleeping in your creepy aunt's house.
She's a little too clean, and then, but she comes across as so weak that you're wondering why nobody in the environment realizes how weak she is.
Is she weak though? She just killed someone.
Well, and it's she's having a panic attack, and the EMH is responding to her, and Rios contacts her, and she's on an open line, telling the I'm sure he would have overheard what the EMH is saying to her.
Yeah.
And he's just are you okay? She's like, yes. And there's no suspicion whatsoever. And it kind of feels a little false. It feels like she should be a bit of a suspect. Considering where she comes from, and just, I don't know, her personality is she's, I don't know if it's they're trying to get it across that she's kooky, and a little bit not quite antisocial, but doesn't pick up social cues, isolationist type behaviors, but it just comes off bad. And there's very little this could be a 5-minute clip of just Maddox being found, Maddox being killed. It doesn't matter who finds him. 7 and 9, the only reason they're putting her in there is for nostalgia.
Yeah, nostalgia. Yeah, that's what it's looking to me like this series is. It's just
fan service, nostalgia. It's let's get Patrick Stewart as Picard one last time.
Yeah.
Let's have some fun, especially I think I said this last time, but they already have a season 2.
Yeah.
So it seems like they've released the brakes from any any limits that they put on themselves to get stuff.
Well, I'm wondering how many episodes they had filmed before
they found out.
Yeah, that they had an episode 2 or a season 2.
I don't know if they probably. I think it was like approved like right after the pilot was shot, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I don't know if do they have the whole season filmed right now, or are they filming the second half of the season right now? Like, you know what I mean? Because we're only in episode 5.
No, I would think it's all in the can.
It's all in the can already.
I mean, they might be doing it at like post-production to it, but
because Discovery was weird. Discovery was like the release schedule for Discovery. Was
that's one of the reasons I stopped watching it.
Yeah, it kept getting cut off halfway through. It's only got a couple episodes. Like isn't that like 20 episodes? I don't think per season.
I don't remember.
I forget. Yeah,
it's like again, it's just
Star Trek is no longer Star Trek. It's New Trek. It's not. Yeah. It's not Boldly Go where no one has gone before, because as you can see by the map they show you every episode, that everybody, the whole galaxy's been done. It's already been mapped.
Yeah.
It's not Boldly Go. It's Boldly Retread.
Right. And like, I mean, they're doing that because again, this is just a nostalgia. It's a nostalgia grab. It's to pull your heartstrings a little bit, thinking about Next Generation, and they're gonna bring as many guest stars onto the show as possible to boost the ratings. You know, when I
keep sighing, man. I'm sorry.
I know.
Every point that you make that I agree with, I'm just like, oh, you're right. Yes. Oh God.
I'm waiting for.
Yeah, I'm not sighing like at what you're saying. I'm sighing because I agree with you 100%.
No, I'm waiting for like William Shatner to pop up as like
now he should be dead by now, right? I mean, like in the Star Trek universe, he's significantly older than Picard, right?
It's the future.
It's gonna be Futurama head in the jar, Picard. I'm a head in the jar, Kirk.
Yeah.
Oh, they better get him soon, man.
I know, right?
Oh man, they better get all of these soon.
Well,
could you imagine if they did a Kirk show? And it was Shatner just shatting it up.
Just sitting there like,
just shatting up.
I'm so old.
Yeah. But still hitting on all of the like officers. Oh man.
He's just like he's like the lead recruiter for Star Trek. That's all he does is go around recruiting like super hot
communications officers.
Yeah. It's like, you have no qualifications, but I like you.
God.
Oh man.
Do you think what's the guy's name? Oh my.
Yeah.
That guy.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Why can't I think of his name? This is when the IMDb stuff, and we
should know this.
Yeah.
Like I still like see him pop up. I'm like,
it's more of just like having a brain fart. Like I can see him. I can like, you know.
Oh shit.
So here's the thing, like. At some point, they're going to want to go back to enter like the Next Generation. You know, do you think eventually they'll like recast and reboot like they did with J.J. Abrams and the original?
I don't know, but I just thought of something.
What's that?
So we still haven't seen Riker and Troy.
Yep.
And the next episode, they're going to the Borg cube.
Mm-hmm.
So that means that they're going to escape the Borg cube.
George Takei.
Thank you.
George Takei.
Yeah.
Oh my.
So George Takei, I wonder if they're going to bring him back.
I mean, he's still, you know.
He's around and kicking.
Yeah.
Posted on social media every day. Or, you know, his social media team is anyway. But
it's somebody's posting in his name.
Yeah. Man, I don't know. What did I just say right before that?
That you're done with this show, you don't want to watch anymore?
That's partly it. That's partly it. I want to be done with this show.
Yeah, right.
We're still, I think we should, I mean, we started it, we're on episode freaking 5 or whatever.
I know, we're halfway through, and like, I feel like this whole show could have been one episode so far. You know?
Well, no, two episodes.
Here's my problem. The things that you want more of, like you want a little bit more of Daj in the beginning, so that you have some...
Soji.
No, Daj. Not Soji. Soji's still alive. I'm talking about way back in episode 1.
Okay. Oh. I was thinking about this episode.
Yeah, you want to make a connection with Daj because Picard makes a connection with her like immediately.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Then she dies.
And then she's dead.
Yeah.
And then you have they're twins. You know, and it's like, and there's these little subplots that's built on that and stuff, you know, Picard burning all of his bridges and not having the resources.
Ooh, I remember what I was going to say.
Okay.
Okay. It was going to be like there's no stakes.
Mm-mm.
There's no stakes because they haven't shown Riker and Troy yet, and I know that the scene between Riker and Troy is going to be like a, not like a, it's going to be like a low-key reunion scene.
Yeah.
Or it's going to be a flashback. It's one of the two. But still, I don't, what are the stakes? Do I care?
Right.
Do I care what the stakes are?
No, but I'm getting hungry talking about steaks.
I know. I am hungry too.
Yeah, like, at this point...
We just keep sighing.
Yeah,
we just keep sighing.
It's really terrible to have to talk about this. You know, I don't like.
Watch it for the one alien that they show.
Yeah.
For Rios hamming it up in a pimp outfit.
I mean, if you're a child of the '90s,
yeah,
you're gonna probably want to watch this just for the nostalgia part of it, and
it's starting to get.
It's not long, so if you're only watching this
like
40
something episodes,
if you're watching this,
minutes, I mean.
if you're watching this once a week. You know, if you're CBS accessing and chilling.
If you remember that it's on. Like we did not.
Yeah.
And then we're like, oh yeah, we have something to do today. All right, cool.
So the main thing to me is like...
This mission failed.
Oh, absolutely. But going way off topic here, I would like to see them do like what they did, like what J.J. Abrams did with the original series and like creating like an alternate universe where like one big thing was changed. I would like to see the next generation in that universe where like they're dealing with like years later ramifications of what
happened. You want a Picard in the JJ universe?
Not Picard, I want like a recasted.
Yeah, no, I get it. I know, but I mean, the whole show is pretty much Picard wrong.
Yeah, well,
and you want a Riker who does another weird.
Yeah, somebody that knows a weird way to climb onto a chair.
Right.
But like,
this mission failed though. Like we've been talking about this long enough.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah.
Talking about this dumpster fire.
Let us know what your thoughts are.
Yeah, let us know what you think of Picard episode 5. I mean, it's a fun little. I mean, it's a little side episode. You know what I mean? 7 of 9 does her thing. You find out that she's no longer like anywhere near even like a little bit just happy or optimistic.
Right. She is. She's lost all hope.
Yes, lost all hope.
And her monologue with her
and her nemesis. Because
by the way, there's implied relationship between 7 of 9 and her nemesis. The nemesis is a harvester of Borg parts.
Yeah.
And she has previous relationship with 7 of 9, who is pretty much 100% Borg in human skin. You know, where you can't tell she's Borg. They list off everything in this show that is Borg. And it's like even some of her bones.
Yeah.
You know, but this woman, Bedazzle or Bedazzle or whatever her name is, just lets her go. And so
it's implied she falls in love with her.
Yeah, it's
whatever.
It's
mission failed.
It's Attack of the Clones level bad.
Mission failed.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, exactly. All right. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Really appreciate it. Don't know why I pointed at you. I don't know, something new. But remember to like.
Subscribe
and comment and all that good stuff.
And don't forget, we got a contest for when we hit 1,000 subscribers. We're giving away this Mandalorian
and other stuff.
And there's a video about that, so check it out.
Yeah, I'll put it up right here somewhere.
You can follow us on Facebook at where are we at?
Mission Accomplished Media on Facebook. Mission Accomplished Media on YouTube. Mission Accomplished Media on Twitter. Mission Accomplished Media at gmail.com.
Okay.
If you want to send us an email and tell us why you like us or don't like us, and we'll just...
how wrong we are about how bad Picard was.
Yeah. No, it's a dumpster fire. And this episode at least. I'm glad he's back on. He's doing something, but we have to watch the rest of this season.
I really like.
No, we're done. It's like over. See you later, guys. Peace out. Bye.